My name is Nicole Keenan, and today I am going to share with you the experiences that I have endeavored over the past 4 years of nursing school. It seems like yesterday that I arrived at Worcester State with my parents for Accepted Students Day. This was a big transitional year for me, especially being away from home for the first time, but I managed to pass all of my prerequisite courses and set the foundation for the following 3 years of school. A highlight of this year was being inducted into Phi Eta Sigma National Honor Society during the spring semester. The transition into sophomore year was so exciting for our class because we started taking nursing courses and we had our first clinical rotation. I struggled with the pathophysiology course we took in the fall. I got a 51 on my first exam, and I remember going to Professor Leo's office absolutely devastated, and she wrote me this note saying, "Don't waste time on negative energy," and I've kept it on my bulletin board ever since. Luckily, I had great friends that helped me through the course, and I ended up receiving an A as my final grade. Junior year was the most challenging year of nursing school for me. Getting through med-surg, maternity, and pediatrics seemed almost impossible because there was so much information to absorb. Having Dr. Jagir as both a clinical instructor and professor was very beneficial. I learned so much during my rotation with her, and I'm so thankful that she took the time to teach us EKGs during class. Weekly tests with 200-page study guides was exhausting. I honestly thought I wouldn't make it to winter break, but thankfully I did. In December of last year, my mom graduated from nursing school at the top of her class while working part-time and managing our crazy household. I am so lucky to have had such a great role model. She has been my #1 supporter throughout these past 4 years, and seeing her graduate motivated me even more. The spring of our junior year was so busy and stressful. It was difficult to balance the heavy workload of school, clinical, and work, all while trying to complete the diversity project. We were clearly all exhausted at this point in the semester. At the end of May, I was hired at UMass Memorial on the Mother-Baby unit as a PCA. Shortly after I accepted that position, I was also hired at St. Vincent Hospital as a critical care technician in the emergency department. My first day in the ER resulted in me passing out during a lumbar puncture. Thankfully, one of my good friends and classmates, Molly Lynch, was there to witness the event. I will never forget her rolling me in a stretcher to my CT scan. These 2 positions forced me out of my comfort zone and have helped prepare me as I transition into the new role of a new graduate nurse. The highlight of my senior year was receiving my placement email from Dr. Dupree on December 14th. I was placed on the labor and delivery unit at UMass Memorial. While precepting on this unit, I had the opportunity to work with a variety of seasoned nurses who were so welcoming and more than happy to share their knowledge with me. I learned quickly that labor and delivery is not always rainbows and butterflies, and that there are not always positive outcomes. Precepting at such a high-risk hospital enabled me to work with a diverse group of patients and their families. My preceptor wanted me to be exposed to as many deliveries as possible, and unfortunately this included many fetal demises. With each delivery, it never got easier, but knowing I was able to comfort these families during such a difficult time in their lives made it all worth it. I learned that bereaved parents never forget the understanding, respect, and genuine warmth they receive from the hospital staff, which can become as lasting and important as any other memories of their pregnancy or their baby's brief life. During my 200 hours on the unit, I gained so much confidence and improved my clinical skills tremendously. Being a PCA on the unit allowed me to work with many of the families during their postpartum experience as well, which allowed me to form great relationships with them. My experience at UMass Memorial confirmed that labor and delivery is my absolute passion. I am so grateful for the relationships that I have formed with not only the staff but the families as well. I could not have gotten through these past 4 years without the support of my family and friends. My advice for the upcoming senior class is that even though the demanding workload and applying for a preceptorship may seem overwhelming, have faith that it will all work out because it always does. And don't forget to have fun because your senior year will fly by. Congratulations to you all and good luck.